I'm here at the Mondrian in South Beach, Florida. My name is David Ocatvia with IBMtv, and I was just part of a TPI event that basically the panel took me to a different level because I didn't know what to expect. So I started listening to the athletes talk about why they're with TPI, why they're doing what they're doing in their lives, their second act in life. And of course, the one that touched me the most, I have to say, is Santonio Holmes. The reason it touched me the most is because he shared a little bit of his passion, why he started a nonprofit. And for me, as a cancer survivor, I found my purpose through cancer. Cancer revealed my purpose. So I felt like his son revealed his purpose. But I want him to tell the story because for me, there's no one better than the person that actually goes through it. Antonio, thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing what you shared. To me, you were the most inspirational person today because you were vulnerable, you were honest, you were straightforward, and you shared why your passion for what you do is important. I always talk about passion leading to purpose. So today, if you can, just real quickly, share a little bit about why you do what you do.
Many lives get changed every day. And it's through the grace of God that we as individuals, we don't realize what we're going to be faced with when the day we come to existence on this earth.
Correct.
When you are unaware of situations, circumstances, it shows your lack of education and knowledge for certain or particular instances in our lives. I started the Third and Long Foundation because I was hit with a proposition that was not beneficial for me as an individual, thinking this is the first time I'm about to have a son, and my son is born with sickle cell anemia. Being young, uneducated, and not the stereotypical black male uneducatedness, it is the history and origin of our people that don't show the true responsibilities of dealing with life-changing instances. Our family may have known of some existence in the history of losing a relative to this sickle cell disease. But because my father and my mother did not educate me on the fact that I am a sickle cell trait carrier, I was unaware that this disease lies dormant inside of my body, and that 1 in 4 chances of me having a kid will have full sickle cell anemia. But with the help of a parent who is also a sickle cell trait carrier, who is uneducated on the fact that they are both now trait carriers, that 1 in 4 chance has just spiked up, that this first kid could be born with sickle cell. So for many people out there who lack the awareness of whatever illness is plaguing in your family, please go out and get yourself tested and do a little research for yourself. The more knowledge you have, the more you're able to give to people, the more awareness you're going to give to those who don't know, those who want to help, and those that care about the things that you as an individual care about. So to have a kid born with sickle cell disease, I then had to change my entire focus on life to, I don't just have a son that I could raise in a normal setting to be just like me as a professional athlete. I have a son with a condition that may not live till he's 30 years old. And this is where the awareness cause for the Third and Long Foundation has transformed into a mission that is to protect many other people living with this condition as just a sickle cell trait carrier, that you go out and you get tested or you get your partner tested before you guys decide on having a kid.
So, when you said that, you shared it also with everyone today when you were at the panel that your son is 17 years old. graduating from high school, getting ready to go to college. And, but I also went back to the story, and you know, 30 years old, it's almost like he's already has a death sentence, he already has number, like a date, right? An ending date. And that again is a statistic, that is a doctor's statistic, that is scientific statistic. So of course that resonated with me. That's why I don't know if you were able to see my reaction. It resonated with me because at 29 I got diagnosed with cancer. At 31 I was told I was going to live 3 days. So when they gave me a death sentence, and then God had to intervene and said, no, wait, hold on. I got a purpose for David. I went through 98 chemotherapies, went to a 12-hour surgery, and I tell people every day that know me, I live every day like it's my last. Because tomorrow is never promised. But tomorrow was never promised anyway. So we have to live there. But for me, it's really personal because I have one day to make a difference. I have every person that I text, I reach out, I speak in front of thousands of people. I had that one opportunity, that one moment to do that. And that's why I was so grateful that you share that. That's why I said you were the most inspirational to me, because you resonated with me about that. But again, I am a statistic. I am the one that survived. And I'm going to pray for your son that he is a statistic. He's the one that passes 30, passes 40, has a family. Who knows if he has a family, and gets to live a life and continue the legacy that his dad started. So that's my prayer for you and your son. So that's why it was so important to me to have this moment with you. I know we're here at the Mondrian. We have this before the big game. They're doing all these events. I'm very blessed to be here, but I have to talk to you. I have to share, because I'm going to share your story, and that's why I'm alive. Because my story gives me that opportunity to meet people like yourself that are living your purpose through your passion. And that makes me feel like, okay, now I'm going to be able to share his story. I love the fact you said third down and long, because that's the hard one, right? When you're 3rd and 10, 3rd and 14th, or whatever, and you got to, you got to call a different play.
Yes,
so, you know, I also had the blessing of watching you play. Now I almost want to go back to the games, because you had your son at how old? 17. So you played your whole career with your son. And I can only imagine the games that you played for him. So that was, to me, like, I was like, I almost want to go back to history and go back through your games to see, oh, he's playing for his son today. You know what I'm saying? Because it has that. Absolutely. Is there a moment that you can remember, or a game, or an event that you know, one of the top games that you played, that you went in there with that mindset, I'm doing this for my son? Is there a specific moment that you remember?
Oh man, there's
probably a lot. But is there one that just kind of like just comes right to the top of the level?
Has to be the Super Bowl. Has to be Super Bowl 43. Is that memorable moment that I was actually doing this for my son, for my family, for my brothers, my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, my mom, my dad, the coaches who trained me as a young kid, the ones that took me under their wing and showed me, how to become a better football player on the high school, college, and professional level. More importantly, it was about my son, because I was one of those ones who was going to persevere no matter what. I was going to push through every obstacle that I could to make sure I provided a better lifestyle for my son, who was one that was living with this harsh condition. And knowing that many people don't support sickle cell disease for the simple fact that it doesn't have enough national traction like cancer or any other type of cancer, that with this platform and being a Super Bowl MVP, we together can make some changes. If you guys understand that the hard work that I have put in to be as successful on the football field for my son, I'm putting in that same effort off the football field, so I'm successful and he's able to carry on the legacy.
Amen. How old was your son?
My son was 2009, 2002, so he was about 7 years, about 6 years old. He turned 7 in April, so he was about 6 years old. I can remember him coming down out of the stands and him just looking at me like, "Dad, what happened?" I was like, "We just won the Super Bowl." And he was like, "Oh, okay. All right, so what you get to do now?" And I was like, well, we're gonna go out and do some interviews, and you can, be on my side and hang with me for the rest of the night. He was like, cool. So his brother and his sister decided they were ready to go back to the hotel, but he wanted to stick around with me in the locker room and, be around the atmosphere, just to be there because it was his dad. It wasn't about sickle cell. It wasn't about fighting for a purpose. It was the fact that he get to watch his dad do something that he loves.
And win.
In the midst of that, it was me that was thinking, I have to do this for my son.
Wow. So, to me, it's a story of perseverance. It's a story of finding a reason to do what you do, and I think that it probably pushed you to become a better player because of the circumstances. And that's a funny story because 6 years old, they don't understand what's that going on around them, but that's a memory that he probably doesn't forget.
Absolutely.
But again, I just want to thank you for sharing your heart with me today and allowing me this moment, because this was the interview I wanted to do because of what you said. Don't forget that in 2004, when I got diagnosed with cancer, in 2006, cancer wasn't what it is today. When I was going through it, there weren't that many cases. And now my phone doesn't stop ringing or texting from people that are diagnosed with cancer or family members. The cases have gone straight up. We're talking, 13, 14 years ago. So remember that. So as you speak about sickle cell, and you say we don't have the cases, but like you said, your wife and you both had the gene. And people don't get tested, and these things continue to happen, right? And they don't take precaution. So for that reason, I'm telling you, you're starting at a moment where you say, okay, there's not a lot of cases, and hopefully you don't see what it's doing with cancer, but you are doing something pretty amazing for the people that need to hear the story. And I know, I have a feeling that you're going to do everything you can to extend your son's life and to continue to enhance it through health, nutrition, and who knows what else, right? And who knows, I'm not talking a cure, but just longevity, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Longevity is the whole outcome, is the goal. And to be able to put in front of these young kids that can't fight for themselves or don't understand the full extent of the fight for sickle cell, we want to make sure that they are prosperous, that they are energetic, that they find a way to continue to persevere, even though they're living with the harsh condition. Their mindset is what allows their body to heal when they are focused, when they are more honest with themselves and more happy every day. That these cells continue to transform and transition to a better outcome for their lives.
So we're here with Mr. Holmes, who just shared his truth, why he does what he does every day, something that I try to get people to share with me every day. He's giving people hope through his foundation. His son is giving people hope. He's going to continue to give people hope to fight through the disease and continue to live a long life. Again, the reason I resonate is because this year I hope to have 13 years cleared of cancer. I hope to celebrate that in July. And I feel like I'm living a bonus life. So again, so is your son. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is David Ocatvia. I am here with IBMtv, and again, find hope, have faith, and live every day with purpose. God bless you guys. See you soon.